So what are you up to today?
Same as yesterday, I suppose. What about yourself?
Same as yesterday, I suppose, more or less. Different patients, I hope.
Is it the audit due about now?
What?
The asthma primary care audit. Isn't it time it was submitted?
You can't switch off, can you?
I don't want to switch off, thank you.
I'll write the audit. Well, I'll ask Katrina.
Yeah, but don't forget, it's important, Mac.
No, I won't. Right, better get off. Bye. I'll see you tonight.
Bye. Oh, what do you want for dinner?
Oh, you choose. Turning into a proper housewife, aren't you?
Oh, Kate, look at the state of you.
Come on, man.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, Katrina, while I remember, can you print out the audit figures for me, please? As soon as you've got a moment.
Yeah, audit.
Yeah.
The audit we're running for the Health Authority. We went through it weeks ago. We need it as part of our funding, remember?
Presumably you've been updating them, have you?
Yeah. I'll print it out and bring it through.
Thank you. No rush.
Hiya. Hi. You all right? Yeah, fine.
Morning, all.
Morning.
Right, I'm going to put the kettle on. Anybody want one?
Oh, please.
Yes, please.
Faith?
No, thanks.
There you go.
Yep.
That's yours. So how's the sweepstake going?
Well, there's still plenty of time to increase your stake. After all, it's a pretty safe bet that this one's going to fall at the first fence.
Oh, what's this? Gambling?
Horse race. We're thinking of having a bet.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a wee flutter myself. Have you picked a winner yet?
Well, no, that's what we were just saying. I mean, the horse is a real goer, but we're not sure it's the right jockey.
Oh, maybe not then.
Mrs. Herbert, come in. Haven't seen you for a while.
No.
Well, take a seat. How can I help you?
Well, I've been a bit poorly.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry.
I keep getting these headaches.
Regularly? Have you got one now?
Quite regularly, yes, but not now, no. I expect you want to give me steroids, do you?
Do I?
Yes.
Why is that?
What, in case it's arteritis? I think it was that.
Oh.
Otherwise, I might go blind.
Aren't we looking a bit on the dark side, Mrs. Herbert? Anyway, who told you this?
The doctor in the waiting room.
Mrs. Herbert, would you excuse me for a moment? Just a couple of ticks. Help yourself to a peppermint.
And don't let them fob you off, Mrs. Church. If it is mastoiditis, you will need an operation on your ear.
Dr. Briggs, I thought I might find you here.
Ah, Dr. McGuire. And how are you keeping?
I'm fine, thank you. Can I have a word?
Of course.
What have you come in to see us about today?
Oh, just a regular checkup. With Dr. Kwame? Kwame.
Yep.
What's he like?
He's a very good doctor.
Really? The name made me wonder. I'm told they're letting all sorts of people into medical schools these days.
Yes, but there's absolutely no need to worry about Dr. Kwame, believe me. I think you've been talking to one of my patients.
Oh, yes, the woman with headaches.
Yes. See, I'm not sure if it's helpful giving her the worst-case scenario just before she comes in to see me. Arteritis?
Not really worst case. After all, the woman could have a brain tumour.
And she could just be tired.
There's no harm in letting her know the medical options.
Very true. It's just that I wonder if the power of suggestion might be making my job a little harder than it already is.
Point taken, Dr. McGuire. Just trying to help.
OK, thank you. I'll get back to my patient. Thank you.
So what's it like being back on planet Earth?
Meaning?
After Paris. Still walking on air, are we?
I'm walking on blisters, actually. Payback time for all that strolling down the boulevards.
Ouch.
You know, we must have walked for miles. You know what it's like. We were talking so much we didn't even notice. I never thought it could be like this again. I slept for 14 hours when I got home. All that catching up.
Did you hear that?
Don't you hate it when that happens to someone else?
No, don't worry, it won't last. The bookmaker's confident of that.
Oh, yeah?
After 4 days in Paris, she's probably used up her whole marriage worth of passion by now. So the odds against it going as far as the wedding are getting longer all the time.
Oi, don't be so cynical.
Now, she's probably used up her marriage worth by now.
I'd say so. Not long ago.
That's a close one.
Must get on. Work to do.
Must be my aftershave.
So tell me, how far do you cycle every day?
Depends. Sometimes a few miles into work. At the weekend, about 10, 20 miles.
That's no good. You've got to have a target and beat it. Increase your journey by a mile every time, and in no time at all you'll find yourself cycling 50 miles a day.
I'm not sure I've got the time.
Make time. Nothing is more important than health. Remember that. Yeah,
Right.
feel that. Go on. I do 40 press-ups every day in 4 groups of 10, 6 days a week. That's not bad for 74, is it?
Very impressive, Dr. Briggs.
There's nothing to what I could do when I was your age. I could run all day, from dawn till dusk. Probably further than you can cycle.
I think we ought to get your checkup underway. So, how is your health?
Well, first class, I'd say. But you're the doctor, aren't you?
No unusual symptoms to report?
A little breathlessness.
Oh. And that's when you exercise, is it?
Sometimes. So I intend to increase the number of press-ups by 1 a day until I get to 50 in 5 groups of 10. That should soon bring me back to fitness.
I think we ought to find the cause first and try and find out why you're short of breath.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Kate. It's Katrina. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you getting on?
Oh, really well. It's all under control. The only thing is, you know the audit we're doing?
Yeah, the asthma and primary health care.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like the one.
Is there a problem?
Well, I'm sure Helen explained everything to me ages ago, but no one's mentioned it since, and I think it's got a bit buried.
Right. I see.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not totally sure what I'm doing with it.
Well, you've been updating it, I presume.
Well, not really.
Don't worry. Listen, I'll pop in later and, yeah, we can go through it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'll see you later then, Kate. Bye. Is there anything going on with you and Mark?
No.
Oh, you haven't, have you? Not again?
No, definitely not.
Are you sure?
Please.
All I'm worried about is strenuous exercise at your age could be counterproductive.
I'm afraid I don't agree with you. Exercise is always good for you until the day you die. And I don't intend to drop dead quite yet.
All I'm saying is maybe you want to take it easy. Exercise in moderation. That's the current thinking.
Dr. Kwame, I still have the Lancet delivered every week. I am not unaware of the current thinking.
I'm not saying you are.
There's always been current thinking in medicine. Once upon a time it was leeches. Before that it was cauterizing with boiling tar, but it didn't mean to say that it was right. All you can ever be sure of in medicine is what experience teaches you. And after 27 years as an army medical officer, I got plenty of that.
Well, your blood pressure's fine.
I know.
Thanks.
Secret admirer?
Oh, I wish. They're for Jude.
No prizes for guessing who they're from, then.
No, too right.
Must make you wonder about your sweepstake.
Oh, come on. Flowers wilt, but my money's safe.
Jude got anyone with her at the moment?
Well, she's got a couple of patients waiting, but she's on the phone at the moment.
I might take them through to her.
Oh, can you check these first?
Well, ticker still ticking, is it?
Yes, but I'm still a bit concerned. There's a slight irregularity. That with the breathlessness.
Oh, yes. What is the current thinking on breathlessness, Dr. Kwame?
Well, there's a chance it could be aortic valve disease.
Rubbish. I'm sorry, but that is absolute rubbish.
Unfortunately, it certainly isn't.
I have none of the other characteristic symptoms.
That is not the point, Dr. Briggs. We still have to get you checked out. And in the meantime, no more exercise.
There is nothing wrong with my heart.
Dr. Briggs, this is important. You know as well as I do that if you raise your heart rate by exercising and your aortic valve isn't functioning properly, then this could be the last bit of exercise you ever do.
Dr. Kwame, I've seen every disease the human body can suffer. I've seen gunshot wounds, malnutrition, and you have the nerve to sit here in your little surgery and tell me that I don't even know anything about my own heart?
Dr. Briggs, as your doctor, all I can do is strongly advise you to...
I don't know why I bother.
Well, Dr. Briggs, please, wait.
No, I'm sorry. I have heard more than enough.
Bye, Mrs. Gray. Dr. Briggs? Everything okay? How's Mary?
Oh, she's quite well, thank you.
Good.
You're Dr. Kwame. Did he actually go to medical college, do you know? Or did he take a correspondence course in Zimbabwe or wherever he comes from?
Well, Dr. Kwame comes from London. And he went to King's, actually.
Here, hold on, just a sec. Hi.
Sorry if you're busy.
No, not at all. Listen, I'll call you back, all right? Bye. Wow.
They just arrived. Listen, I was wondering if you fancy going out for lunch, just the Leather Bar or somewhere.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'll give you a shout.
Okay. Hello? No, you can send Mrs. Robinson through. Okay.
I take it Mr. Briggs was his usual self?
Oh, you know him then?
Let's just say he is no stranger to Riverside.
Why, what's wrong with him?
Nothing really. He comes in for a checkup and then tells us how fit he is.
Sounds familiar.
He likes to move around the waiting room, impressing all the ladies with his medical knowledge. Still, I suppose that's what it's like being retired. I mean, we all complain about work from time to time, don't we? But we get used to...
being needed by people.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess you're right. Once you've been a doctor, it's hard to switch off.
Exactly. Half of me thinks fantastic all day on the golf course. But then, well, I mean, stuck at home without the problems of this place to worry about, I go stir crazy. Hang on, Ben. Excuse me. You didn't say you were coming in?
Oh, actually, it was spur of the moment, and I'm needed here.
You're not, actually.
So everything's under control, is it?
Absolutely.
Good. How's the asthma audit getting on? Is it ready for submission?
It's getting on fine, fine.
You hope. Look, I don't want to drop her in it, but Katrina rang earlier. It's pretty obvious nothing's been done.
Really? I thought Helen was helping you.
Helen is a full-time GP too, you know.
Kate, sorry, Mac. I've got to pop out for 5 minutes, and I just wanted to say, please don't go home without coming to see me first, whatever you do.
Don't worry. I'm not saying a word.
Thanks.
You know, I don't think you've managed to mention anywhere in Paris so far without describing it as really sensual.
Sorry.
I reckon if you'd have spent the weekend in Milton Keynes, you'd still be telling me how lusty the view of the car park was in the pink light of dawn.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. Am I?
Anyway, it's funny, isn't it? 5 minutes ago, it was all over between you two. And now you're like a couple of teenagers. Teenage rabbits.
I know. Great, isn't it?
You won't escape, you know. It'll be child seats in the people carrier and Saturday mornings in the supermarket. I defy you to find anything lusty about the car park then.
I'll do my best. Married life doesn't have to be dull, you know. OK, so I've had a couple of practice runs at it. But this time, I know what I'm doing. Besides, I thought you'd be pleased for me.
I am.
After all, you were the one that told me to get back with Pete in the first place.
I was.
And for that, you deserve half of this. Here you go. Don't tell me. There'll be no more chocolate when you're married.
These should be absolutely perfect. Wait for it. Here you are, my love. There.
Perfect.
Yeah, I should jolly well hope. Oh, I meant to remind you, I'm playing bowls tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So, will you be all right? I shall be back by 6:30.
Of course I will. You really mustn't fuss so.
So you say.
Which doctor did you see?
Dr. Kwame. Nice chap. Seems to know his stuff.
Oh, that's good. What did he say then?
Usual things, you know. Keep taking the exercise, keep eating the best kind of foods. Reckoned it would pass over very soon and not to worry.
That's a relief.
Yes, well, he told me I was as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me. You just get on with eating your eggs while I go and do my exercises.
That's it, little man. Just stay settled for a little bit longer, okay?
Might as well do what your mother says, Kieran. Everybody else does.
Very funny. There, that's better.
So you're quite happy about other people looking after him, are you?
Mac, you'll be fine at the nursery. You'll make some little pals. Anyway, it's only part-time.
Well, if your mind's made up, there's not much I can do about it, is there?
In a word?
So how often do you want to come in?
Well, I think we should be flexible about it at first. A few hours a week, depending on how things are going.
OK, fair enough.
Shall we shake on it?
Oh, I think we can do better than that. Shush. OK, everybody, can I have a quick word? It's just a brief announcement while practically all of us are here.
You're not having another baby?
Correct. We are not having another baby. Look, the good news is that Kate's decided to come back to work part-time.
Oh, wicked. Sorry.
Starting from,
Well, sometime next week.
So there you are.
Right.
David? David? David!
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
So are you looking forward to coming back to work?
I am, actually. Despite the guilt thing.
Know the feeling.
Also, I've had a word with Katrina. Looks like I've got a busy couple of days ahead.
Really? Why?
Oh, nothing drastic. But the audit's fallen behind for a start.
Oh, right.
Yeah, well, it's not all of her fault. Someone should have given her a reminder. Never mind, we'll soon have it back on track.
What did Jude say over lunch then? What's the latest?
That's for me to know.
What's all this about?
I can see you need a full update on all the gossip.
Well, that's one of the reasons I wanted to come back.
Listen to you lot like a bunch of old fishwives.
Don't worry, we weren't talking about you.
I'm all right now. No need to worry.
It's not good, though, is it? To have another blackout so soon after visiting the doctor.
I know, love. But trust me, everything's fine.
I can't understand why they didn't give you any medication for the blackouts.
No, that's perfectly reasonable. After all, what could he prescribe? I can't think of anything. Shortage of oxygen to the brain. That's what it is. Sort of thing you'd call a fainting fit.
Are you sure?
Yes. Everybody faints, even you.
Why not go back and see the doctor again, David?
There's no point.
Oh, please.
There is nothing they can do about it. I stood up quite suddenly after doing my press-ups, and then I got a bit woozy and keeled over. I've seen it happen to 19-year-olds.
David, you were flat out on the floor. I had to give you a dig in the ribs to get you round again. It was worse than the last time. It was frightening. I thought you were...
There is no need to worry.
I know you. Promise you told the doctor about the blackouts?
Well, yes, of course I did. I didn't go around there to discuss the weather. And in my view, he's a good doctor. His opinions agree with mine. No, I'm fine. Now, will you be all right for half an hour?
Of course I will.
Good. Because I think I'll go and have a little nap. I do feel a bit done in, you know.
Can I speak to Dr. Kwame, please? Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, Dr. Kwame. This is Mary Briggs. My husband came in to see you this morning.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Well, I'm sorry to ring you like this, but I'm just a little worried about him. He's had another of these blackouts, you see.
He's had a blackout. Is he all right now?
Yes, I think so. He was back on his feet after a short while, but now he's gone to have a lie down, which is most unlike him.
Mrs. Briggs, I'm glad you rang. From what you've told me, I think the best thing for me to do is drop in and see him a bit later. Or just to be on the safe side. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye. Dr. Briggs.
Dr. Kwame, what are you doing here?
Your wife called me.
When?
She was worried about you.
She wouldn't call you. Mary?
Sorry, David.
Well, you'd better come in. It'll be all right, love.
You didn't tell me you were having blackouts?
Not important.
Not important? I'd hardly say that.
I think I know the state of my own health better than you, wouldn't you say? Oh. Henley Regatta, 1954. We won the plate for the Army Doctors. And against the devil of a westerly, too. All down the course. And then we played tennis for the rest of the evening, Mary and I. You don't get fitter than that.
It was a long time ago.
A different world.
Dr. Briggs, you know as well as I do that blackouts are another symptom of aortic valve disease, which it may...
Dr. Kwame, there's something that you learn in the army, not to think about yourself. There are a lot of people who depend upon you, and it is your job to sort them out. Come what may.
Yes, but if you carry on like this and there is a problem with your heart, then you may not be able to...
I know what the prognosis is.
We need to get you into hospital.
And I know what happens to a man of my age when he goes into hospital.
That's not true anymore. With modern surgical procedures, a valve can be replaced. It's a comparatively easy operation. I should know. I've seen results myself. You can be up and about in no time.
I once had to take a man's appendix out. In a tent. Never been under the knife myself. Never had to. Never wanted to. If you really want to know, the very thought of it scares the living daylights out of me.
Well, Dr. Briggs, do you really have a choice?
Oh, there's always a choice.
What is it that you said earlier? There are people who depend on you.
Of course.
Here we go. I'll see you later.
Have fun.
I will. Helen, come here a minute. Thanks for being so understanding. About Pete, I know it looks as if...
It looks as if you're happy. You lucky thing.
Thanks. I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah.
You don't believe that, do you? That she's going to be happy with Pete?
Oh, come on, she's a woman in love. Anyone can see that.
Yeah, but a few days ago she was in love with Richard. I think it's pretty obvious that she still is.
Richard's gone, completely out of the picture.
Oh, so she's going to settle for good old Pete then, is she? Whoop-de-doo.
Sometimes that's what happens. And quite frankly, I don't know why you can't give her a break about it.
Sorry?
This sweepstake thing. Don't you think the joke's worn a bit thin?
No, I think it's a bit of fun.
It's gone beyond that, and besides, I don't think it's very nice in a workplace to keep going on about someone's private life.
Well, excuse me.
It's Jude's business, not mine, not yours.
Well, then she shouldn't involve us all in it, should she? Ever since she's been here, it's been one thing after another. Now, if Jude's the centre of gossip, she's only got herself to blame.
Nevertheless, I think it's time we called off the bets, don't you?
Yeah, OK, if you want. But be honest, Helen. Do you think this wedding's really going to happen?